Oh, okay. Okay. Today you guys are second graders, and we're going to learn about prefixes and suffixes. To start our set, we have Easter eggs. And can anyone tell me what their Easter egg, the word on the Easter egg is? Holly-Ann?
Colorless.
Okay. Erica?
Colorless.
Okay. Does someone have something other than colorless? Yes?
Redone.
Awesome. Does someone have something different than those two words? Yes?
Stronger.
Okay. Yes?
Smartest.
Does anyone have a word different than those? Yes?
Beautiful.
And any more? Anyone have different? Okay. Does anyone know what all of them have in common? Any guesses based on what we're learning today? They all have a prefix or a suffix. So for example, redone and undress both have a prefix. And then beautiful and we have lots of them. Beautiful has a suffix. So just as a starter, and you guys can keep your Easter eggs. Okay, to start. So does anyone know what a prefix is? Okay, a prefix, you can go ahead and move it. A prefix is a word part added to the beginning of a root or base word to create a new meaning. So undress, everyone knows what dress means, and then undress obviously negates that, so it's the opposite. Okay, and then which means to do again. Can anyone give me examples of words that start with Is there a prefix? Yes, awesome. Do you want to come up here and move it? For example, reread, redo, and rewrite. So you're reading again, you're doing again, and you're rewriting. Now, which means not or negating it. Does anyone have an example? Yes?
Undo.
Yes. Do you want to move it? Yes. So undressed, undone, unlock. So unlock, you lock your door in the morning, and then you unlock it when you come back home.
All right, so now we're going to talk about suffixes, and I'm going to shout at you a little bit because I have the microphone. So, can anybody tell me what a suffix is? Wow, you guys are so good. Erica.
Is it at the end of a word?
It is good, and so it changes the meaning of the word just a little bit. So, some of our suffixes that we're going to use are which is more than. So, can anybody give me an example? Yes, Hannah?
Stronger.
Stronger. Perfect. So, oh, no, doesn't want to go. All right, so some examples would be stronger, which means more strong, prettier, which means more pretty, and smarter, which means
More smart.
more smart. Good. Our next one, which is est. Can anybody give me an est word?
Biggest.
Biggest. Perfect.
Oh dear.
You
There
can
we
just
go.
move everything else. It's good. It's a good time. All right.
That works.
So, an example would be strongest, smartest, and prettiest. So they would be the most strong, the most smart, and the most pretty. Good. So now we have our full words, which means filled with. So can I have an example of a full word? Thankful. Perfect. So what would that mean if we're thankful?
To be filled with Thanksgiving.
Good. Perfect.
Awesome.
Like lots of food, right? Like Thanksgiving, you're filled with food. Okay. So colorful, which means full of color. Beautiful, which means full of beauty. Or painful, like going to the dentist, which is full of pain. So our last one is less, which is without. Can anybody give me an example? Yes, Erica.
Colorless.
Colorless. Good. I think that's the first one I have on there. Look at
Awesome.
you. All right, so that means without color. Painless, like going to a candy store. No pain involved. It's all good. And helpless, which means you are without help. So a lot of these words are really nice things to tell people, right? So we can use a lot of words with suffixes to give people compliments and make people feel good.
It is still moved, I think.
Sorry.
Oh.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well that was supposed to be a game that we're not going to do, so we're just going to keep rolling. And now we are going to do our independent practice, but since our group practice didn't work out, we'll get some help here. So, all of you should have a piece of cardstock in front of you. So what we're going to do is we are going to use our prefix and suffix words suffix words to make monsters. So I have an example. This is my friend King William. I made him colorful, so he's full of color. I made him unhappy, so he has a big old frown, probably because it's early in the morning and he has to be at class. And then bigger, he is bigger than this house. All right? So you guys can take out your crayons and draw a picture, and then use your adjectives to help describe.
And we have some examples for you.
Do.
And you don't have to use these if you have other ones, but I would suggest drawing a monster and then picking which of these describe him. So.
And some of these are big words, so if you need help, let us know. All right. And make sure to give him a name. Or her. You can have girl monsters.
Should we try the game?
The game didn't work.
Do we try it? Fix it? I don't know.
All right, guys, I'm going to switch up the slide just for a second to see if we can fix our game. It was super duper fun. But you never know.
You can try to use words that have different prefixes and suffixes so they don't all end in the same full or est. Our game is on a flash drive. Our game is on a flash drive, but there's nowhere to plug the flash drive in. Your monsters are looking great, guys. Don't forget to add color. It's the best part. Beautiful. I love it. Maybe you can use the word on your Easter egg to describe your monster, just to get the ball rolling.
And feel free to make up your own words.
Oh,
They're
yes.
actually words.
Yeah. For example, if you want him to have eyes, then, or no eyes, then you could do eyeless. Or spots. Or no spots, spotless. Or scariest, prettiest, cutest.
Some of these look pretty scary. I don't want to see those in my room, under my bed. Those were all monsters I can.
Yes. We're going to ask a few of you guys to share in a couple minutes, so try to finish up the last few words, even if you don't have time to color it, just to get the words on there. It's not working? Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. Does anyone want to share their monster? Present their monster? Just need a few more minutes. Try to give him or her three words to describe him.
I can start.
Okay, thank you.
Monster Miranda is beautiful, the prettiest, and powerful.
Perfect.
I like it.
Perfect.
Does anybody else want to share?
Maybe from this side of the room?
This is Big Head Hoskins. And he is the ugliest, unusual, and harmless.
Good. You want to show
Awesome.
us so the people behind you can see too?
Yes.
That was awesome, Erica.
Do our assessment then.
Anybody else? Can we have one more? pick on you. Let's see. Okay.
I don't have a name yet.
Okay.
But this is my monster, and he's the funniest, hairier, and unusual.
Very nice. Good. All right. So, do you guys need a little bit more time to finish up? Yes. The blank stares don't help me. Good try.
Okay, so while you guys are making your finishing touches, we're going to give you the assessment. And it's 6 questions.
So it's a big, scary test.
Yes. But you guys have 5 minutes to complete it.
Alright, and you guys are going to circle the words that use a prefix and underline the words that use a suffix. And then we want you to try and define the suffixes and prefixes that we have on there. And then for the last one, I want you to write a sentence using a suffix and a prefix word. So that's kind of a big, tough one, but I think you can do it. And you guys can use these words for your sentence too.
And when you're done, you could just raise your hand.
You guys are so quiet, I almost thought you were dead. You scared me.
They're scariest.
When we're done, we raise our hand.
Mhm.
Or you can jump up and down a little.
Either one. About 3 more minutes.
I left off my name just to make sure.
About 1 more minute.
If you're done, put your finger on your nose. If you're done, put your hand on your head. If you're done, clap your hands to us. If you're done, stand up. If you're done, jump up and down. If you're done, sit down. Alright, thank you guys for dealing with this, because we are not having everything work the way we want. And thanks for not falling asleep.
So today we learned about prefixes and suffixes and how we can use those words to compliment somebody instead of saying they're prettier, or they're just pretty, they're prettier, or they're the prettiest. And you don't have to use it for people. You could say that's the prettiest flower.
Or Alex is the prettiest teacher.
Thanks. And so But thank you guys, and that's all.
Okay, did these have to do with your thing that didn't work?
No. Part of our
Set.
So like get
Just that, like, the end of it is you can attach it and put it on a new
we had
word.
a smart board game where you would click and drag aliens.
It was a really cool game, but
That's
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. We tried it on like multiple computers and
I
it
should
worked.
turn off the recording.
So I don't know. I hope that doesn't, like, we're not in trouble. Oh, I should probably turn this off.